Well, here we are. It's the last day of kind of these huddles videos that we've been putting together for you for the reading plan that we've been going to. We're so excited to get to see you here in a few days. I am recording this in advance, so if we get to the beginning of January and that's not true, show me a little grace. But I'm just so excited to get to see you again here soon. We love you. We miss you. We miss you already. We've had that up the whole time, except for once. If you can tell me what it is, I'll get you a book. I don't know. But we miss you guys a great deal, and we can't wait to see you and have you back. So for some of you, we'll keep engaging online like this, but I want to push you into our last text and this kind of praying scripture through Colossians chapter 1, verses 9 through 14, ways that we've been praying for you over break, ways that you can pray for one another as you come back from break. And this is just answers that question that I hear people ask sometimes: how do I pray for someone? Like, how do I pray for someone else? In Colossians chapter 1, verses 9 through 14 are incredibly, incredibly helpful. So I love this. Verse 9, for this reason also, since the day we heard this, we haven't stopped praying for you. Okay, so what is this reason? Go back, verses 5 and 6. You should read all of Colossians chapter 1, but specifically just looking at these texts, verses 5 and 6. Because of the hope reserved for you in heaven, you've already heard about this hope in the word of truth, the gospel that has come to you. It is bearing fruit and growing all over the world, just as it has among you since the day you heard it, and you came to truly appreciate God's grace. That's the reason he's praying for them. He's seen the gospel take root, and now Paul is praying for the church at Colossae to continue to flourish, to continue to love and follow Jesus as they live in a context that, like ours, is not exactly all the time helping them to love and follow Jesus. He's saying, hey, as you endure, I'm praying for you. Since I've heard of this, for this reason, I've continued to pray for you. Well, how do you pray for someone? All right, first, we're asking that you may be filled with the knowledge of his will in all wisdom and in all spiritual understanding. So the first way you can pray for someone is pray for them to be filled with the knowledge of God's will. Ask God, would you help this person to know your way for their life, that they would have wisdom and an understanding from your spirit. Continuing on, you pray, verse 10, that they may walk worthy of the Lord and be fully pleasing to him. God, would you help the person that's hearing this right now to walk according to your way, that it would be worthy in response to the grace that you have given to them, and that it would be fully pleasing to you. God, you delight in us as we delight in and find our satisfaction and joy in you. God, would we find that satisfaction and joy in you so that we might walk worthy of your ways, be fully pleasing to him. Okay, continuing on. Bearing fruit in every good work, growing in the knowledge of God. So we're going to pray for someone to grow in the knowledge of God, to be able to bear fruit, that they would embody the fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control, all of the fruit of the Spirit, so that it might be so evident to those around them the way in which we love one another and love others, growing in that way. Verse 11, being strengthened with all power according to his glorious might, so that you might have great endurance and patience. I love that. Pray for their strength. Pray for them to endure. Pray for them to be able to resist temptation. God, deliver them from temptation. Deliver us from temptation. Every time that you pray for God to deliver you from temptation, remember that prayer of Jesus that we jumped into a couple weeks ago is plural. Deliver us from temptation. So you're praying for you, but you're also praying for that other person. Pray for them to be delivered from temptation, that they would be strong as they followed after, as Curry taught a few months ago, like a pillar in the temple of the Lord. I love this next one, that they would joyfully give thanks to the Father, who has enabled them to share in the saints in the inheritance in the light. So giving thanks to God, being thankful for them, and thanking God for that person, for the ways that they've blessed you, for the ways that they have exhibited growth, have exhibited strength, thank God for those things that you see in this person, delight in them, and then go and share it with that person. Encourage them, console them, strengthen them with the things that you're thanking God for that you see in their life. And then finally, we want to remember that He has rescued us from the domain of darkness, transferred us into the kingdom of the Son that He loves, and in Him we have redemption and forgiveness of sin. I want to remember all of these things that are true. We want to remember His rescue, remember the transfer, remember the redemption, remember the forgiveness, all those things that have happened for you, and how they have happened for this person, or how you're asking for God to do these things in the life of someone that you're praying for. So here's what I want you to do. Go back through Colossians chapter 1, verses 9 through 14. Walk through that text prayerfully and pray for someone in your huddle. And then when you're done praying for them, text them something that you're thankful for, that you're excited to see them here soon as you're coming back on campus. Or if they're not coming back on campus, or you're not there, you're excited to stay connected while you're there and they're online, or while they're online and you're there, whatever it is. Pray for them. Text them. Let them know that you prayed for them. Encourage them. But I think that could shape our culture as we go forward. What a beautiful thing it would be if we were a people who prayed for one another. Well, guys, we love you a ton. This has been really fun to jump into these videos and do these huddles. We're excited to see this continue on, for the relationships you built to continue on. Can't wait for you all to jump back into connection groups, and we can't wait to see you for our spring kickoff at Salt Company. We love you guys so much.